Hey guys, it's Garrett DMG back with a video. It seems like this world, it seems like the way this world is engineered, it seems like their ultimate goal is they want to kill you. Like this world literally wants you to be unalived. Like that's like the direction it seems like this world is going in. Think about it. It costs so much to live. You can't trust anybody anymore. Everything is up in price. You don't get paid enough to live. It's like the overall demographic is to see how many people that they can kill and that they could profit or something. And like that may be a crazy way to think about it, but it's just like, man, I really don't know how else to really look at this world like anymore, because it's just, it's crazy, man. It just seems like there's no ability to really survive in today's day and age. I was just trying to see where something was, but it just seems like, man, it seems like there's just so much stuff going on in this world too, man. Like the crime, the shootings. There's so much shit going on, man. There's so much evil shit going on. They're taking your wallet. They're indoctrinating your kids. They're taking your futures. It's getting real out here. It's getting real out here. And like, if you can't see that, I don't even know what to tell you at this point, man. Like, alright, I get we're supposed to work. I get we're supposed to keep our heads in the sand and just make sure that we're safe, and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, the world that's on the outside is like, that's the world you're walking into when you go to work. That's the world that you're funded every time you pay your taxes. Every time you go to pay your bills, you're condoning what this world is putting out. And you're literally funding your own death. Like, look at this war going on right now. Do you really think that world leaders give a shit if all this shit goes up? Do you really think that they would care if all this shit went up tomorrow? Tonight? Do you really think that they would give a fuck? Do you really think that they would give a shit if nukes were to rain down on us like fucking rain? They would not give a shit. That's why they're building all these barracks underground. That's why there's literally a city underground. They don't give a fuck if all this went up. They wouldn't give a fuck. The only reason why they care is because you can't be number one if there ain't any other numbers. That's the only reason why they care about you, about me, about any of this shit. That's the only reason why anybody cares about this shit in the beginning. They're all thinking about themselves. Because there ain't number one if there ain't other numbers. That's the way this world has been evolved to be. You might as well say. Like, it's crazy out there, man. It's crazy. And then you're the crazy one if you don't want to participate. That's how messed up this world is. So much so, they've killed presidents just to indoctrinate this world. They've lied over the Bible tons of times to indoctrinate what this world was going to be for them. Because they knew that they were going to fund enough to own it. The only thing they can't buy at this goddamn point is the damn earth itself. God forbid. God forbid. We don't even know what the future even holds. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, they could care less. Just give them the reason to. Just give them the reason to, and then they wouldn't care. They don't care about no job. They don't care about no money for next week. Or where their next meal is going to come from. You really think that they care about that? You really think they give a fuck about you? They only care about themselves. That's why they care about you. That's why they care about you. Because they care about themselves. This world doesn't give a fuck about anybody. This world doesn't give a fuck about itself even. Like I said, this whole shit could go up. Give them the right incentive, they would not care. They would not care. They just pretend to. Because they know they can't be number one without that. That's the only reason. It doesn't matter if you stop paying your taxes. It doesn't matter if you stop paying your bills. It doesn't matter if you stop taking your boss's bullshit. They don't care about shit. They don't care about shit. Like Michael Jackson said, they don't give a fuck about us. They don't care about us. They never cared then, they don't care now. Even more so. Shit, AI is teaching them not to care even more. You really think they're gonna give a fuck in the next 5-6 years? I'm speaking facts. I'm speaking the facts. And the facts is there. Who wants to work nowadays? Who can work nowadays? Who can? Is the more important question. Who can? Nobody can. Like, this world is just so indoctrinated and evil, bro. They don't give a fuck. If this whole shit went up, they would not give a fuck. That's all they care about is their next election. Or the midterms. That's all they care about. You really think they give a fuck about your family? You really think they give a fuck about your dusty ass life? Hell no. Hell fucking no. They don't give a fuck. They get paid just to end you. What are you talking about? They get paid to kill you. And they get paid to keep you alive. But eventually you'll die, so either way they get paid anyways. They don't give a fuck about you. All that shit's temporary. All that shit has a time limit. Just like your life. They don't give a fuck. And then we're forced to be stuck out in this world and we need to give a shit. We gotta care. We gotta put our lives to the fucking curb. We gotta take out the garbage on a Friday night on a freezing fucking cold night. You know what I mean? For what? Just to wonder where your next meal's coming from? To wonder if that girl's gonna text you back? Even though she's struggling too and she's looking for someone to help her out? Think. This world doesn't give a fuck about you. This world doesn't give a fuck about anybody. Except for the people that run it and the people that own that shit. That's all they care about. At the end of the day, I pay rent to this landlord. The landlord pays the mortgage. The mortgage goes to the bank. The bank doesn't give a fuck about you. As long as the bank makes money from the mortgage that the landlord pays. From your money. They don't give a fuck about you. And that's just the truth. They don't give a fuck about you. You're a time limit. You're a subscription benefit. While you pay a subscription out of your goddamn pocket. They don't give a fuck about you. Slavery with extra steps. That's some demonic ass shit. That's worse than fucking Lucifer himself, bro. This fucking world is fucking dark. And it just incorporates more fucking darkness. They don't give a fuck about anybody. And that's just the truth.